Child, get in here. This is breaking news, and I'm telling y'all this now. Most of y'all know that I actually currently live in Texas, and I have been down here for 6 years. With that all being said, y'all, something extremely horrible just happened in the city of Denton.
Wait a minute. My battery's low. Let me...
Now, the city of Denton is in the northern part of the Dallas suburban area. It's like the Dallas suburban area of North Texas. All I'm saying is, this is gonna be a pause to read. I'm just gonna cover a couple of things. First and foremost, that whole entire city has determined and passed a law that they are no longer accepting Section 8. That means that the people who are on Section 8 currently, the current tenants, regardless of infractions or whatever, have to now move, find a place. I can tell you from personal experience, from family members who have relocated down here on the program, it is extremely difficult to find a place or a landlord or a realtor company who will accept the Section 8 first and foremost. That was before the pandemic. Now, during the pandemic, where there's inflation all over the damn place, it's even more difficult to find housing. So, now, there's never really actually been an actual reason as to why. Like, the HOA has never given an actual reason as to why. However, it is, as you will read, it has been said that there have been private groups and things like that of tenants and HOA agents who are basically blaming the uptick in crime on people on Section 8. Now, that's a big motherfucking problem, and that is a big misnomer, and that is something that statistics have stated, okay? One of the main reasons why this is a pause to read is because I'm so pissed off about it. This screams nothing but racist. This is racism at its... Man, this is classism. This is... Come on now, y'all. This is redlining all over again. And they're allowed to do so because Texas is one of the only states who have actually given permission. It's in the laws and the rules that a landlord can reject a tenant if they have Section 8. This makes no motherfucking sense. Let me be very clear for those motherfuckers who do not know about the Section 8 program. It is a subsidy program for low-income families. Now, I know families who both mom and dad works and everything. You understand what I'm saying? But because of the large number of family members, they're allowed to, they still qualify for the program. Some of your own favorite athletes, actors, actresses, comedians, some of those same people who are extremely successful to this day benefited from programs like Section 8. For these motherfuckers down here in Texas to literally just say it's okay to decide that you don't want to accept Section 8 for one, but then for an entire city, a whole city, to be able to do that, man, whoa! If you ain't mad, you damn sure should be. Now that displaces all these families, over 100 families now have to find a new place to live in a state that already has told landlords they don't have to accept it, where there's a pandemic and inflated prices are all over the place. Y'all, I can't make this shit up. Please pause to read. I can't wait to read y'all comments in the... And here's the other thing for those of you all who gonna get in my comments and say, oh, dumb shit, like, oh, well, they shouldn't be criminals and this, that, and the other thing. From what I know personally about this program, baby, you are vetted just like anybody else. Your credit is run just like anybody else. Your application fee is applied just like anybody else. So if any landlord does their due diligence, they're going to be able to vet these people properly, just as you would any other place. Only thing it helps with is your actual rent portion. That's it. That's all. There are very detailed rules and guidelines that you have to follow as a recipient of this program as well. And just as easy as you can get it, and it ain't easy to get, you can lose your shit. So if something happens, you are held accountable. So with all that being said, I want to take care of the misnomer that folks have this pretense that people on Section 8 just sitting around getting government. This is a step up for people who otherwise would not have that opportunity. That's it. That's all. Now, I'm not saying that there are not people out here in this world who are abusing programs like Section 8, because there are. But there's people out here in the world abusing all sorts of motherfucking programs, not just the Section 8 program. There's people out here doing all kinds of crooked shit. And here's my final thing before I leave, because I'm so pissed off, I just can't even talk about this anymore. Why they want to sit up here and try to, tie in, crime with people who are on Section 8 and stuff like that. What program are these mass shooters living on? Oh, okay. I'm gonna talk to y'all in the comments. This shit is irritating. I swear this is the last thing I gotta say. Here's the last thing. You already know stuff like this will catch on like wildfire. So my question to you all is, how long do you think it's going to take before the rest of Texas HOAs and shit like that go ahead and catch on? You already know all it takes is one to be successful before the rest of them start doing the same shit. So now you're going to purposefully deny people. How is that not a violation of civil rights? How is that not a violation of housing rights? Where does housing rights come into play with this? Because you have people literally refusing to rent to people because of a program they're on, which ironically somehow sometimes tie into their race and gender and disability. Because let's be clear, people who are disabled also are on Section 8. So what message are we conveying?
I'm battery low.
All right, guys, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook Reels, LinkedIn. Honey, I'm everywhere. And this has been your girl, your queenster, Msnique, also known as Msniquerevamp. And this is I Can't Make This Shit Up. Tell me what you think in the comments.